you know, as Aboriginal people, 26th of January is a sad, sad day for us. It's like getting spat in the face, you know, when they wave that fucking flag around. They're proud of it. It marks the start of the still ongoing genocide.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Dan Sultan. He started playing the guitar as young as 4 and he wrote his first song by the age of 10. Not only does he have one of Australia's biggest voices, he's also one of Australia's best musical storytellers, often spinning intensely personal narratives about himself and his family, including tracks like Rosalind, telling the story of his Indigenous mother being forcibly taken away from her family as a child. And now Sultan is back with a 4th studio album, Killer, and we caught up as he got set to take the stage at Splendour in the Grass.
I don't remember starting to play guitar or deciding to be a musician, or it's just something that I've always done.
Do you think of yourself as a songwriter first or a storyteller first?
That's a good question. I think it'd be a storyteller. Yeah? Yeah. Until a song's done, it's just an idea. I learnt that early on. Someone I used to work with, great songwriter, he told me, he said, you know, you got to learn the difference between an idea for a song and a song, you know? And until it's done, I mean, there is a whole lot of how long's a piece of string.
Yeah.
I mean, as a songwriter, you need to honour the song. Like, the song decides where it's going and what it's going to be.
But how do you know? How do you know when it has been sufficiently honoured?
It tells you. Yeah. You got to honour that. You just got to be receptive, and you got to open up your ears and your heart and your mind.
Thought you and I were cut from the same cloth. Though we can fly, we come crashing down alive.
Was there ever a moment where you thought, this may not work?
Yeah, probably more recently. Like, the older I get, I think, fuck, is this gonna, like with the new album, it's like, is anyone gonna hear this? Is anything gonna, you know what I mean?
And what do you do? Like, can you do anything to kind of guard against that insecurity?
It's not up to me if people buy it or hear it or stream it, or, you know what I mean? You're just you're on the edge all the time. It's just all adrenaline, but it's just exhausting.
What were you like as a kid? Same person?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it true that you did a deal with your parents that if you did your homework for a term, you'd get an amp at the end of the term?
Yeah, the first semester of year 11, then I got an amp, and then I didn't do any homework.
Ever again?
Until the end of school. And I used to wag heaps of class, but I was always at school, and I just went into the music room.
Yeah.
I didn't sit any exams, but I graduated because they wanted me to perform at the graduation. So I got my certificate. It was all bullshit. I didn't get into school, nothing. Yeah. Grandma was there. She got a photo of me getting my certificate. Like, it was just a complete amount of bullshit.
We will serve, and I'm waiting for the kingdom. We want to get through the jungle to the other side. We're running away from everything that we left behind.
One of the biggest things you've done in the last couple of years, and something you're about to go perform on stage, has been the track January 26th with AB Original.
You can come and wave your flag, but it don't mean a thing to me. No, it just don't mean a thing.
When you encounter like defensive white people, let's go with that, who don't understand why it's important to change that date, how do you answer that?
Most of the time I don't.
Yeah? Why?
Well, because it's not up to me to educate a bunch of adults. I mean, if they listen when I'm talking, then great, but whatever. It's all there for them. Everyone's got one of these. They can look it up. If they claim to be so patriotic and so proud of being Australian, then I think it's very important to know the history.
They said, hey, Briggs, pick a date. Okay. You know what? We can celebrate. For sure. But we can come together, talk about the weather, call that Australia Day.
And the fact of the matter is that day excludes a huge portion of, you know, a huge percentage of Australians. So you can't call it Australia Day. I've heard people say, well, to change it would discriminate against Anglo-Saxon. Why is it so offensive to these people to do something so other people aren't offended. Why is that offensive to them? Why is their sovereignty so flimsy and fragile that not knowing about a day and what it was and what it is and how it makes people feel? You know, as Aboriginal people, 26th of January is a sad, sad day for us. It's like getting spat in the face, you know, and they wave that fucking flag around. They're proud of it. It marks the start of the still ongoing genocide. And they're defensive because they know that they're hanging on to nothing. It's not just our land because this is where we come from. And I'm talking thousands of generations, I'm not talking 5 or 6 generations. And I feel very fortunate that I can be in a place where my people have been for so long.
Do you remember when it first became real to you? When you really understood that part of your family's history, when you first understood that? Was there a moment?
Probably, you know, 12 or 13.
Yeah, what happened?
When a teacher asked me if I was Abbo, that was a bit of an eye-opener.
Yeah, right.
And didn't understand why there was anything wrong with that.
And how did you react?
I just told her not to do it again.
Was she receptive? Or?
She was like, oh, all right. Ooh, very touchy feeling.
I said, Rosalind, angel child, when the white man came and he took you all away, I said, Rosalind.
You've written a lot about your mother and your grandmother, Kimberly Calling and Rosalind, and I'm wondering, how do your family react when they hear songs like Rosalind? Do they appreciate the story that you're telling, the kind of the understanding that you're trying to share with people?
Yeah, they do. I mean, it can be hard as well.
Yeah.
Like I don't really sing Rosalind anymore. It's just really sad, you know.
If I where I stand.
Is there a point as a musician when a song stops to belong to you and it starts to belong to the audience?
Yeah, it never belongs to me. Or them. It doesn't belong to anybody. You know, the song decides what it's going to be. The song is what it is. I believe, I'm a bit of a hippie like that, I believe they're out there anyway. And it's up to us as writers to, when we're able to capture it and latch onto it and attach ourselves to it, it's our responsibility to honour it and to be open to where it's going and not push it anywhere or whatever. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Some songs can take a long time to present themselves. You know, you can have an idea for years and years, and then some will just come up to you and it's like, boom, and in an afternoon you got this song. Years I've been playing guitar, you know, think about that last night. For it to work, I mean, you got to be good. Yeah. You got to work really hard, and you got to be lucky. That's why it's so rare, because those 3 things have to happen at once.
Dan Sultan.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, Mark.